Tonight on KGW News, a suspected case of road rage.
She started getting really violent by saying, "I'm going to slash your tires, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to stab you."
As a mom and her kids struggle to flee a threatening driver. Plus, going after the drug dealers. The rare verdict giving a Hillsborough family some closure in their teenager's overdose death. And later, please raise your right paw and repeat after me.
It's amazing what a dog can do just being in someone's presence.
Why this new Multnomah County deputy's mission is all about connecting. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. First at 11, Beaverton police are asking for help tracking down a man on a motorcycle they say threatened a woman with a knife with her kids in the car. Alma McCarty is here with what appears to be a case of road rage taken to the extreme. Alma?
Yeah, David, she's still shaken, and understandably so. Here are pictures of the suspect taken with her Tesla's cameras Friday afternoon. She's hoping someone will see this and recognize him before it happens again to someone else.
Along a 3-mile stretch of busy Beaverton Road.
And I was on the right-hand lane, changing to the left-hand lane, and that's when the guy, I think, felt like I cut him off.
This disagreement intensified.
Yelling and screaming at me, cussing at me, just telling me to watch my blind spot. At first, I thought it was just a road rage incident that was like, okay, screaming, and it would be the end of it. But then it got worse.
The driver, who requested we not identify her out of concern for her safety, says verbal threats from the man on his motorcycle turned physical.
He started attacking and hitting my car, kicking it, punching it. That's when it just really escalated. Then he took out the knife. We have that on video.
These are screenshots from that video captured on her Tesla cameras around 3:30 Friday afternoon as she drove down Southwest Murray Boulevard from Allen to Shoals Ferry.
I would floor it and try to go, but Murray Boulevard is very busy and I could not escape him, and I just felt like a sitting duck.
But she says she had to remain calm with her children also in the car.
They are traumatized. All weekend long they've been asking us, have they caught the guy yet? And I want to say yes, but we just need the public's help in finding who he is.
Beaverton police enlisting the help of the public too for what they call criminal behavior.
And at one point, as she tries to drive away, he actually pulls out a knife and mentions that he's going to try and kill her. And obviously that's very problematic. That's a crime. It's called menacing in the state of Oregon.
The driver got away from the motorcyclist relatively unscathed, although he did leave some dents near the back door.
I definitely had this feeling that this could not have been the first time he's done it.
She fears someone else could be caught up in a similar scenario until police track down the suspect.
Nothing ever gets settled on the road. At no point is getting out of your vehicle or threatening other drivers going to accomplish anything. Cooler heads always prevail.
Beaverton police are asking anyone who witnessed the road rage to contact them. Again, this began around Southwest Murray and Allen Boulevards and ended at Shoals Ferry Road Friday afternoon. David?
Yeah, just glad mom and kids are relatively okay. Thank you, Alma. To get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office has identified the woman who fell to her death while hiking in the gorge on Sunday. Authorities say 22-year-old Alicia Macias of Hillsborough was hiking with friends at Horsetail Falls when she became separated from the group and went off the trail. That is when she fell some 50 to 60 feet. Other hikers tried to perform CPR before rescue crews arrived, but were not able to save her. She is the second hiker to die in this year in that particular section of the gorge. A Washington County judge has convicted a drug dealer of manslaughter for selling a deadly dose of fentanyl to a Hillsborough teenager. That 17-year-old overdosed last year. The conviction for 21-year-old Yaida Leyva Noriega is rare because prosecutors say Oregon law makes it incredibly difficult for investigators to prove the dealer is at fault.
This is the first trial that we're aware of actually with manslaughter charges with a fact pattern involving a drug dealer in Oregon. There's evidence to be able to prove that the drug dealer was recklessly acting, that the drug dealer was aware of that risk and consciously disregarded that risk.
Noriega was sentenced to just over 6 years in prison. And Oregon State University officials have ordered people at a pro-Palestinian encampment that popped up on campus last week to leave by tonight. Administrators told students if they don't, they could be held liable for code of conduct violations. Students say they set up the camp because administrators have ignored requests to discuss their demands, including OSU divestment from Israeli companies. The university's president says leaders have met with students and will commit to further discussions. New at 11, the Portland Public School Board voted tonight to approve budget cuts for the upcoming school year, though it also made a last-minute change that restores funding to equity programs. Catherine Cook with that update.
$30 million in cuts. On Monday night, the Portland Public School Board voted to approve the budget for the 2024-25 school year. But first, they proposed and approved a major budget amendment. It moved $1.8 million from the district's reserve fund back into its racial equity and social justice contract budget. Without the amendment, budget cuts would have threatened after-school programs like those provided by Self-Enhancement, Inc. SEI is a year-round program that gives Black students and their families academic support and wraparound services. PPS grad Dekai Davis shared what it meant to him.
Being in this world, it don't set us up to succeed, and SEI gives us that backbone, gives us that confidence, to want to be something in our life outside of just Portland.
For us to have to come to the table to fight over and over again for this, it's just insulting to me. We give the district more than the district gives us. For every dollar you give us, we bring $9 to support children and families in our community.
In the end, the board agreed, but not without some budgetary pushback.
What I'm not going to support is an amendment that just pretends like we've got $1.8 million, but we don't know where it's from yet.
Details board members say will be worked out between now and June 11th when the budget is adopted.
Right now, the district has a policy to keep its reserve fund at or above 5%. The board noted tonight that $1.8 million amendment would take the fund below that. If necessary, they said they would create a resolution next month to waive that policy to make it work. David.
Yeah, it's all in the fine print, isn't it? Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. All right, meanwhile, PBS leaders hope that Oregon primary voters will approve a levy renewal that covers about 600 teaching positions. Remember, those ballots are due by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Compared to years past, at this point, turnout, though, is looking a little light. 18.3% of registered voters have cast a ballot so far in Multnomah County. That's where there's some big local races like the DA's race and 4 out of 5 seats on the county commission. Though elections officials say turnout might be sluggish because the presidential primaries have all been decided and the races for Portland mayor and the 12 new city council seats are all in November.
It's disappointing because it feels like people don't really care about things that are happening that could directly affect them.
Every time I get an opportunity to vote and express my opinion on how things should go, then I want to do that.
All right, it's not too late to get the ballots in. Turnout's also running low in Washington and Clackamas counties, though officials say the final 2 days of voting typically brings a big spike in returns. By the way, KGW will have you covered on election night. I'll be here along with Laurel Porter and our political panel breaking down the results as they come in live. Our coverage begins at 7:45 Tuesday evening. You can watch it on channel 8.2 if you get our signal on an antenna or on Comcast 308. And of course, we'll be streaming the show on KGW Plus, the KGW YouTube channel, and KGW.com. It's going to be a busy night. All right, still to come on KGW News on this Monday night, a family personally struck by the horrors of domestic violence.
It was honestly quite shocking to find out after she was murdered that he had been abusing her.
How they spoke out today with the hope their message might save others. Plus, a mystery on the coast as officials look into a sticky situation that seems to be impacting our feathered friends.
Up in the Cascades, we have cloud cover, but it really broke up and cleared as the day went on. Tomorrow, though, it's the reverse. The clouds rolling in. We're going to get some rain, and we'll take a look ahead, of course, towards Memorial Day weekend.